Oh, you alright, you lot? How's it going? I was chilling out. I was relaxing. And all of a sudden, had a conversation, I had a chat with a mate of mine. Now, not so long ago, I gave him a buggy. Well, I made it up from parts that you lot had sent me. You sent me everything. I thought I'll help him out. So I made a buggy, and I met him we ended up going to a party, family party. And he said, bring the buggy along, I'll take it off you. So I said, alright, good, because it gets you out of the way. He hasn't yet tried it, I tested it. The videos are all on the channel. If you want to see them, the build and the test drive, all on this channel. Go and have a look. He said, because I normally sometimes on the way out, go and get me shopping. I might nip somewhere, you know, in the morning, have a little go of a car here and there. He said, you going out tomorrow? I said, yeah. He said, I'll meet you. So we're meeting tomorrow morning. Going to give his buggy a go. We'll make a video of it, don't worry. Now, I thought to myself, perfect. Because I got this running earlier. Runs like a dream. Brilliant little car. I haven't got no receiver for it. Got one here. I think this is the good one. I've got a drawer of receivers. And some of them are a bit funny. One of them was a really good one. Had good range, really good receiver. And I mixed it up. Now I can't remember what one's a good one, what one's not the good ones. There's about 6 receivers in total. Doesn't matter. We'll have to take a risk, put one in. So I've got a receiver. I'm going to put that in. I've got a humping pack. Put that in. And we can test the servos. Hopefully all the servos work. Because it's got reverse gear as well. So I can use me Fly Sky. What's it? Here. I just need to get some batteries to put in it. And I can go and take this at the same time tomorrow. And give this a test run. First time ever driving this MTA4. Because this is a brilliant try. I love this. Thundertiger makes some really good stuff, man. Beefy, proper good beefy cars, you know. I mean, if I could, I'd keep this, but I can't keep it. I just can't. Got too much stuff, and probably ain't gonna be able to keep it. But it's brilliant. But I need to be able to give it. I want to give it a test run. So tomorrow, provided all the servos work, I'm going to be meeting up with him. Him having the first go of his buggy, me having the first go with this truck. But anyway, enough of that. I'm going to finish this off. Like I say, I was sitting indoors, chilling out, just had dinner. I thought, lovely, because I'm knackered. I've been so busy. I haven't had a chance to sit down in the last more than a week, let alone anything else. So I was sitting down with an ice cream, and I thought, lovely, when he said let's do that. So I thought, right, let's get this going. Let's go one last little push before I fall asleep, and that's that. So let's get the receiver in, get the battery in, and see, hopefully all the servos work. Right then, you lot. Ah, dearie me. Right, let's take this off. Well, I know some of you are going to say, you probably already said it in the other video I got it running. I've already got a little thing. It's up here somewhere. I have to find it. It's around here somewhere. A little bit of plastic that'll go on the pull start string, just to stop it flopping around on the last thing. I know that. I'll put it on another day. I dare say the video of me getting this running as I'm filming this hasn't gone live yet. So yeah. Oh, I've got to fix that and all night because that's leaking. Bloody hell, I forgot about that. I'll have to try and get a bit of glue or something around it. I wonder why it's... What's it held in by? Oh, it's held in by a screw, is it? That's funny, isn't it? Does that come out then, does it? I don't want to break it. Oh, it does. Ah, that comes out. I wonder how that works then. Maybe I've just broken it. I have. I think I have. I think I've just pulled the pipe off. All right. I've given myself another job. I've given myself another job to do. All right. Well. All right. I'll have to fix that. That's had a bit of cotton wrapped round it, so that it seals, but it doesn't seal. I'll just have to put. Someone's wrapped a bit of cotton around it. Try and make it seal up. Obviously that's been a bit of a problem for quite some time. Alright, we'll come to that. I'll have to put a rubber washer around it, a rubber O-ring around it, but I'll have to get that bit of pipe out and put that on first. Hopefully that shouldn't be too hard. Anyway, right, let's have a look in here. Now the battery must go in here because there's a switch. Yep, that's the switch, so that's where the battery goes. I wonder if you can see any more up there. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, who knows. Right, so that's where the battery goes. Really I want to turn it around the other way. But then I don't know whether you're going to be able to see a lot that way, maybe. Right. Oh, that's a charge switch. Well, that's handy. Got ourselves a charge switch on here. Well, I don't know what one's a bloody charge one though. I use that one. That one can be the electric power. So we'll put that down in there. There we go. Oh. Sorry. Right, there we go. So that's in there now. Stuff all that in there. Stuff all them wires in there. Don't need a charge switch with this one because the battery's got a thing on it anyway, but that's alright. Right, so we put that over there and I'll get a little clip. That's it. Right, now we've got to sort out the receiver. So we need all these wires. I've got to work out which one is for the reverse, which one's for steering, because I don't know where these wires go. They could go anywhere. That one seems to come from the left, that one seems to come from the middle, and that one comes from the right, but they all go in that direction. So it's just going to be a case of trial and error. And that one is the battery, that's the power. This rattles. I don't think this is the one that was the good one, to be honest. We'll find out tomorrow. And if I go down the road and it stops, I know I've not got any range. Negative is there. Right, I'm just going to take just a random gamble and plug these in willy-nilly, and then if we get the steering wheel controlling the throttle or the steering wheel controlling reverse, etc, etc, then we know I need to change them around. So we'll plug that one in there. I could look underneath it and then tug on the wires and see which ones are being pulled and all that rubbish, but nah, we'll just plug it in, get the receiver. Oh yeah, it turns on. Right, let me get the receiver. I mean transmitter, not receiver. Let me get the transmitter. Right, I put batteries in it. Let's see what happens. Now I think I've just done a thought. I haven't used all of those receivers. I only used a couple of them. So if this is already bound to this transmitter, I'll know that it's one I've used, and hopefully it'll be the good one. And if it's not bound, I know it's not one that I've used, and it may or may not be good, who knows. Right. Oh. We've got throttle and brakes. I think it's in reverse. No, it's not. It's forwards. It's just all cock-handed. Why is it like that? trim. Well, I'm going to have to adjust that because we're getting throttle when we're meant to be on tick over. Steering. Oh, that's reversed. Steering works. Now let's see, does reverse servo work? I've got that on channel 3, so if I push this one we should get reverse. Ha ha ha. Yes. See it down there? Don't know what way's forward and what way's reverse, mind you, but that's alright. Nice. Alright, so that's all working. I need to put the throttle trim onto 0 and then just adjust it on the linkages. And I also need to change reverse on channel 2. Right, so to set this up, what I'm going to do, I've got the steering, the throttle servo is neutral now, but we're getting, as you can probably see, we're getting, you can't see, can you? There it is. We're getting more than half throttle, nearly about 3/4 throttle, when we should be on tick over. So I've got it on the transmitter, it's set as 0. The trim is set to 0. So what I've got to do is take this horn off, set it to tick over, so the throttle is on tick over, put it back on again, and that'll be that. Now we won't have to mess around with any trim. We can set the trim to you know, to make small fine adjustments, but we don't need to do any massive adjustments because all I've done is set the horn up properly. So now we got full throttle when we pull full throttle, full brakes, which work very well. There we go, and it goes back to tick over, and we notice we don't get any twitching when I let go of the brakes. Full brakes, no brakes. Full brakes, no brakes. No twitching on the throttle. Nice. Right, so that's that done then, really. That forward and reverse servo is a bit funny. Don't know if I can adjust that or not. That's a bit. I'm assuming that is forward and that's reverse. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to put all this, tuck all this nice and neatly. Oh, let's see what we got for a failsafe. Oh, it's alright. Failsafe comes onto brakes. So that's that then. That all works. Now what I've got to do is fix the nitro tank that I just broke. Got a choice of aerial tubes here, look. Should we go with a red one? I don't even know. I've got to pick one that will fit in the little thing there. I don't think this is the good receiver, to be honest. I think this is the bad one, but that's alright. That one's too fat. If I want a red one, I've got to go for a skinny one. So let's put that on there. You get some fat tubes and some skinny tubes. Just like people, you know. Some fat people, some skinny people. Put that in there like that. There we go. That goes in there. Nice aerial tube now. I haven't got an orange one because the shell's orange. But I haven't got an orange one, so we'll have to just make do with red. Right, let's have a look at this tank. Let's turn that off. Turn that off. Let's have a look at this nitro tank, see if I can mend this. Right, so I've got a pair of pliers and I can take. Right, how does that go? I thought that went on there, but it doesn't. It's got a little bit of pipe come out of there. You can't take this tank apart, obviously. Now, how does that go then? That piece of pipe. You've got a black thing in here with a clunk on the bottom of it. I'll have to try and show you in a minute. There's a bit of pipe. Oh, it's there. I don't know. I don't know how to mend that. Because that's the pickup tube. So surely that's got to be connected. and that's got a little barb on the end of it, as if it's meant to have a piece of pipe. And in here, yeah, you lot are shouting at me through the screen, and you, what a cock, what a cock. Why didn't, it's obvious. I'm looking for another bit in there that attaches to this, and then this attaches to the new bit, but it doesn't. That goes on there like that. That goes in the tank and goes on there. Oh, bloody hell, you can tell I'm knackered, can't you? I know I'm a clown, but sometimes that don't even just come into it, don't you? See, worse than a clown. To give you a bit of an insight, look, you look inside there, you've got the black thing, and there's the clunk. Can you see the clunk, that piece of gold thing on the bottom of the thing there? So the bit of pipe goes on that barb, and then, what have I done with it? Oh no, what have I done with it? Oh, it's there. That bit of pipe attaches to that, which then goes in there, goes around and goes on that little barb in there, which then attaches to that clunk right down in the bottom of that tank, and that's how we get our nitro. So all I've got to do is stick a washer, a rubber O-ring around the top of that, which then should seal on that, because if that doesn't seal, we lose our pressure within the tank. Because the way that nitro engines work, funnily enough, I watched a video a few weeks ago and I couldn't believe it, man, because the person who made this video is a very knowledgeable person. I don't know him personally, but I've seen a few of his videos and his other ones. Very clever bloke. And he was messing around with a nitro car and he couldn't get it going. And he turned around and said, oh, I've got to put the tank higher because these tanks are gravity fed. They're not gravity fed. They're not. They're fed by pressure. And the way they work is the engine is the pump. It's essentially the fuel pump, because it pumps out the fumes that go down the exhaust and come out, but some of them is a baffle here, and some of the fumes come up and they get redirected down this pipe here, which then goes into this nipple here on the top of this tank, which then, if you look, that just blows fumes straight into the tank, which then pressurize the tank, pushing the nitro up through the tube, through the fuel pipe, up. It pushes it, it's pumping it into the carburetor, which then obviously gets burnt, and it's a cycle. It keeps happening. It's one big circle. So, I mean, look, for goodness sake, they don't design them, do they, with the tanks higher, because it's a pump. It's one big fuel pump. So these are not gravity fed. So if you get any leaks in this tank, if you've got a crack or a bad seal here, which is very common, these seals often go bad, and then you lose pressure. The engine doesn't run right. It might not run at all. Again, having this design, we're introducing more potential for a leak of pressure, which is what was happening on the video when I got this engine running. That was leaking, causing it not to run. When I held it down, it ran lovely. Anyway, let me get the O-ring kit out. We'll find one that fits and reattach all that bit of pipe, and hopefully we'll be good to go. This is a very handy kit to have. Had this years, but I've never, so many O-rings here, there's too many, I don't use them. You know, so this is why I've had it a long time. It's more than I need for a long time. But it's a very handy kit, and it's got rubber O-rings for all different sizes. Look, they go right down to little tiny ones. I've used these ones on the jets. So I've just got to find one. Probably going to be that one, I'd imagine. Maybe that one, or that, not that one. Probably is that one. Find one that fits around now, and I reckon that we'll be able to get a good seal then. So let's try that one. We've got to do is slide it over, get it to go over there. I don't know whether you can see what I'm doing. Look, I'll try and zoom in a bit if you want. Is that good enough for you? So we've got to try and slide it over there. Now there's an O-ring on there now. That should, I'm hoping, that will seal. Let's push it on there without attaching the pipe and see. Yeah, I reckon that will. I'm confident that will. I'm so confident that that's going to seal. I'm not even going to. I'm going to put this on first. So I'm going to put that on there. That needs to go over there. And then we can slot that in there, like that. Yep. And then we can push down. Actually, I'm going to attach this in here first, just in case I accidentally pull it off the bottom of that thing. Bloody hell. I need pliers that are a bit smaller so they can open up while they're in here. Right, that's on there now. So now what I've got to do is push down on there. That's it. Right. I'm quite confident that's going to be quite a good seal. It's not rocking around, it's not moving around. And do you know how we can test the seal on it? What we can do to test the seal is we can take off that and we can blow down this piece of pipe and listen for leaks. Alright, so listen. No leaks. No leaks at all. All it was doing was pushing nitro into the carburetor. So there's no leaks. So that is fixed. Put that back on there. This car, oh, I need an air filter. Right, let's have a look what we've got here. Air filter wires. Right, that would do the trick, I reckon. Just put that on there. I might need to get a cable tie around it, but that should do the trick. Oh dear, don't tell me you're not going to fit. Will it go on there like that? No, it's got to be that way. There we go, that's on. Right, twist it how we want it now. I might have it like that, just so it's not in the way. I think it's like that. Or shall I have it like that? Twist that round a bit. That looks alright like that, doesn't it? As long as it don't get in the way of the shell, it'll be fine. So there we go. Got an air filter, got working servos. Everything is working. So we can give it its first test drive. I haven't even gone over it. I don't even know if anything's loose. I know the engine bolts were loose. So I'm probably going to have to make sure they're nice and tight. I think I'm missing a piece of casing here. I think there's meant to be a bit of casing that goes on here, I don't know. But I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to tighten up. I'm going to tighten up this oh, it's bloody the wrong size. What cock. I'm going to tighten up this spur. Because I like them to be as tight as I can get them. So I'm not going to be able to jam something in there. So that can got to get these spurs, these slipper clutches as tight as you can get them, so that way there's no slippage. And some people say, well, they're designed to slip. Well, they are designed to slip, but it just means you're not getting all the power you need. Well, there we go, you lot. A lovely little car ready to rock and roll. The next time you see it, we'll be out and about testing it. Thanks for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Treat everyone nicely. Treat people how you want to be treated, and we'll all have a nice happy life. And hope to be seeing you in the next video. With any luck, hopefully it won't rain. If it does, it does. Cheerio.